In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty, Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. Shout out to Lunch Break Chronicles. That's our Muslim Nation of Islam brother in the chat room. Thank you so much for joining us. This spontaneous broadcast. I just want to touch on something real quick and get out of here. All right. As always, and you probably don't hear this from nobody else, I do not claim to have supreme wisdom. I don't claim to know it all. I could be wrong. I could be in error. I changed anything. Supreme talk. So don't bring to me, and don't try to bring to me. If it was that good, why not that I hold on to that which is producing for me little or nothing? Nothing but a church to go to. So don't come to me like you got something better, which it didn't come from you. You got it from a foreigner. You yourself offer nothing. Without that foreigner, you're nothing. You can't produce nothing. You need a guidance. You need a slave master. You need a massa. You need a massa Farah Muhammad. You need somebody to follow. Somebody to tell you what to do. Your supreme wisdom is nothing but slavery. So don't come to me with your sarcasm like I missed out on something. It didn't work for me. I don't see, it's not done nothing for nobody. Your supreme wisdom don't produce nothing. I have relatives that's been in the Nation of Islam when Elijah Muhammad was here, and now they are 80 some years old, following behind Louis Farrakhan. They don't have nothing to show. Since the time of the early 70s till now, they don't have nothing to show for it. If supreme wisdom is true freedom, where is your freedom? They paying the white man taxes. They work the white man's job. How are you free? You don't run nothing. You don't control nothing after 100 years, but you have supreme wisdom. You only fool yourself. You don't fool me. That's why you're not going to come on this program and talk to me in person, because you're going to get all blown up. Your mind is not free. Your mind belongs to the Holy Quran. Your mind belongs to the Arabs. Your mind belongs to Massa Farah Muhammad. You have no free mind. How you have a free mind when you need somebody else's teachings to believe in somebody else? How is your mind free? This platform demonstrates freedom because everything about it is me. It's my mind. It comes from me. Because whatever gave Massa Farah Muhammad or Elijah or Malcolm or Dr. King, whoever, whatever in the universe gave them their talent, why are those better than me? Why do I need them? I should be able to demonstrate on my own. If we're children of God. If you are a slave, that's different. You depend on your massa. In this case, Massa Farah Muhammad. These Nation of Islam teachers have not unlocked nobody. You're nothing but a religious slave. How you gonna unlock your mind when you only thing you did was put somebody else's mind in your head? That don't belong to you. And then this person had to travel thousands of miles. Without him, you're nothing. Without him, you have no value. I have value without masa. I don't need a masa. And that's what's wrong with us. We have a slave mindset. We're not free in the mind. Because supreme wisdom should produce something that is supreme. What has it produced that's supreme? Absolutely nothing except another church trying to compete with other churches, with the mosque and the synagogue and all these other fairy tales. Ah, well, we're not going to talk about that no more. I just wanted to get that off my chest because it pissed me off. When a slave trying to talk to a free man. I'm a free man. You will never comprehend. You will never understand me because I'm free. And you're a slave. I don't need nobody. You are the one that need. You're the one that need to pray. I don't need to pray. I don't need to get on my knees. You're the one need to get on your knees and pray to somebody. I don't need that. You need a masa. What's up there, Jason? Let's get into this topic and get out of here. Our topic that we chosen before we were interrupted by false, what you call it? False claims. It's false claims. Our topic that we chosen is nobody is qualified so for male tongue-tied male-female relationships. Harvey, he's a relationship expert, so they claim. According to the court system, divorce is over 50%. According to the court system, the average marriage, 2 years. But we have, so it's not me. Experts on male-female relationships, have they produced better relationships? No. They have not. That has nothing to do with me. You want to argue, you want to debate? That's a waste. That's a waste. Because they have not produced. If you live in a society with an over 50% divorce rate, and the average marriage is only 2 years, after all this time go by, the society, you still in bad shape. Let's talk about this and get out of here. Wow, my mouth is dry. Hold on. Shout out to the chat room. We are simulcasting on Angel Snub 7 YouTube channel, Reality's Temple on Earth YouTube channel, and Facebook, Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook, and all the affiliates, because they all tied into one. Let's talk about this and get out of here. All right? Now, I have been on social media since late 2007. And I have made thousands of videos. But I never really mess with male-female relationship. I really don't mess with that. Talk about love a little bit and some other things that might be related to male-female relationship. I've never messed with that. First of all, I've never had a long-lasting marriage or a long-lasting relationship. Who am I to come and try to tell you, give you advice when I can't get nothing together myself? So I don't qualify. And I won't even try to qualify to tell nobody how to, because it's male-female relationship. And the last part is relationship. It's a relationship. A relationship can be between you and your friend, a mother and a daughter, between you and your supervisor. It's a relationship. And no religion, this is what I understand. This is what I know. A relationship is no better than the human being, the individual in that relationship. So my focus for all these years, working on myself, giving you the advice that we should become better human beings. Because if you're not a better human being, how are you going to develop a strong, lasting, decent relationship if you yourself is foul? If you are coming into a room that's clean and you haven't taken a bath in a long time, what kind of relationship you think you're going to get when you come through the door stanking? Oh my goodness, who is that? Your relationship with the people that's clean in the room and you foul, you starting on the wrong foot to begin with. But you don't care. You got to accept me how I am. So they accept you as a human being. You have a cool personality, but you stink. You foul. You smell, woo, bro, sister, you smell weird. So here you are. What kind of relationship are you going to develop? Male-female relationship is no better, is no different rather. It begins with the person. If I want a better relationship with people that take a bath, don't you think I need to take a bath? So I need to take a bath. And when you go take a bath, put on some of that perfume, cologne, or whatever y'all like to, some of that good soap, some of that good, and they see you, and now you don't smell, you have a better relationship. Now they can talk to you and don't have to hold their nose. It's a relationship. So we got to be a better person. But when we have the attitude, ain't nothing wrong with me, there's going to be a problem. Because there's nobody on the earth that has ever lived. All of us suffer from imperfection. In my lifetime, I've known some very, very nice people, but they still not perfect. You would love to be around them, kind, giving, but they still suffer from some type of imperfection. There's very few, especially in this life, in this environment where we are materialistic, we're selfish, we're profane, we're surrounded by drug addicts, alcoholics and pedophiles and gender confused people. Our environment itself is foul. Our education that we get from the public school system, even from the private sector, is messed up. Our behavior and our attitude, how we look at life, is messed up, is imperfect. So you talk about male-female relationship, you talk about two imperfect, foul-ass people trying to make perfection. They want a perfect relationship. That's not going to happen. That's your first mistake. Is you looking for some type of perfect fairy tale perfection? It's not going to happen, because the two people involved can never be perfect. Ask your grandpa, ask your grandma, ask your parents who've been in these relationships for a long, long time. It's about compromise. It's about being able to tolerate the imperfection from somebody. Because I'm not perfect. But when in your mind, you're looking for some type of perfection, two imperfect people trying to create perfection, it's never going to happen. So 2 years later or less, I want a divorce. Then there are those who suffer on this show. Me and my wife, we've been married 40 years. 40 years of abuse. 40 years of hell. 40 years of trying to paint a picture that's not real. Because I'm doing it for the children. Because I'm doing it for the church. Because as you know, the church don't like divorce. I'm doing it so other people can believe I'm happy. And they suffer for years and years and years putting on a show, trying to live this fairy tale life, two imperfect people trying to make perfection. It's not gonna happen. Because a relationship, whether it's male or female, a romantic relationship, or playing basketball, or anywhere where you have to work with somebody else, is about compromise. And many of you don't want to compromise nothing. You have this picture that you want to paint, and it's your way or the highway. And some people are willing to try, but that's a disaster waiting. And some people end up murdered trying to do this. If I cannot have you, nobody will. Because you shouldn't have told them that lie that this was working. I'm doing it for the children. I'm doing it because my Aunt Harriet, she looked bad on me because I got divorced. And not only are we talking about marriage, every day, as I'm speaking right now, somebody is breaking up with a boyfriend, somebody is breaking up with a girlfriend who should never have been together to begin with. Relationship is about compromise. Relationship is understanding that this person is not perfect, but they have a good heart. They have good intent. But when we selfish And see, in this generation, they are so selfish. It's all about me, what I want, what I want to try to portray. They don't care. And we live in a society where black people, soul brothers and sisters, African Americans, whatever they want to call themselves, they're no longer going to tolerate racism, white supremacy. You live in a society, man, I'm talking to the man, the men, the male. You living in a society where women not going to tolerate being an inferior. They are not like your grandma. They're not like your great-grandparents. Because those women was oppressed by men for generations. Nobody is perfect. There are those of you who believe in the Bible and the Quran. But when you read the Bible and the Quran, even the messengers of God, the prophets of God, who was claiming perfection? The Jesus of the scripture said, cast the first stone. And out of all the prophets, the most righteous, clean looking really was Jesus, the Christ. But he even said, he without sin cast the first stone. So why didn't the Jesus pick up a stone and cast it? Because we are imperfect. Here you are in your scriptures. You have men and women, unlike yourself, because you never talked to God. But according to the scriptures, these prophets actually talked to God, interacted with the God. Moses talked, interacted with the God. But Moses still was not perfect. Here you are, you don't talk to God. You don't have no interaction with God. And you expect perfection. So a man like Moses, who actually close, a real personal relationship with God, because out of those who don't even have that connection. If a person close to God cannot be viewed as perfect, how can someone who never met God, who never had a connection to God, how can we expect perfection from them? The black man in this country, brothers in this country, when it comes to white supremacy, you are against it. Don't call me no inferior. I'm a man, blah, blah, blah. Don't judge me based on my skin color. Judge me based on the content of my character. That's what you say. You don't mind that women be discriminated against and oppressed. You don't mind that. Because your Bible, your Quran tell you that they are your inferior. It's the natural way. But also these books was used to justify slavery and oppression against dark-skinned people. And what did they say? That's the natural way. That's the way God wanted to be. During American slavery, they taught the people in the church, in the school, that it's natural for black people to be under the control, under the rule of white folks. It's a curse. Because of that son, right? What's his name? I forgot what. because of that son that saw his father naked, Noah. We curse. So they use the same Bible, but you don't like that. But you use the same Quran, use the same Bible, and you don't mind that same stuff is used to discriminate and oppress women. You don't mind. See, so you're going to have a problem in male-female relationships because one person in the relationship believes they are superior and better than the other. So there's going to be a conflict. I don't care if a woman color her hair red, pink, blue. I don't care how much weave she wear. I don't care whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like her, you don't have to mess with her romantically. People coming on social media, in the church, or somebody always, some sucker, always trying to tell people how bad this is, how bad this is. Romantic type Quran, not a mutual respect for the belief. And I argue in fun, just play around, arguing for fun. So when something serious did come, we're so used to arguing in fun, we handle the serious disagreement or whatever it was in fun. We have to be able to accept the imperfections of other people. The things that we don't like, because there's always going to be something that we don't like about somebody. But we like the person themselves. Y'all problem is you don't like the person at all. You don't like the person at all. You trying to make something work to fulfill your fantasy. I remember she told me one day, she said, you don't like nothing. We go to the movies, I don't like that movie. We go to this restaurant, taste this food, I don't like that. She said, you don't like nothing. But then I told her, I like you. And see, that carried a lot of weight because I didn't like nothing. But I like you. I love you. I don't care about all this other stuff. But I love you. I like you. And that's what made our relationship work very well. Unfortunately, we wanted different things. She wanted marriage. I wanted to be free, and I had some things that I wanted to do, and she didn't want to wait for that. So that relationship came apart. Not because of hate, not because of we didn't gel, because there was something we were young people, and one person wanted something and the other person wanted something that could not be, there was no compromise. So you will not see me on video, or the black woman, I hate black women because of this, I hate black women because of that, blah, blah, blah. We get together with people that we know we're not compatible with. We know we get together with people because of their money, their status, their body, all these different reasons outside of I like you. I don't like the movie, I don't like that hamburger, I like you. You don't like the person. You like the idea of being with somebody. This fairy tale romance stuff is not going to work. And it's definitely not going to work. My imperfection at that time that wasn't going to be able to allow me to have that relationship. I was a young person. I was not interested, and I was afraid of marriage. I just couldn't get with that. But I wasn't gonna, so why should I jump into something I know ain't gonna work? Why should she accept something it's not gonna work? Because we're going two different directions too far apart. And so some of us also, because we want to put on this show, we think that we can change somebody. You cannot change a person who they are. Once you know who they are, you might as well. People have to change on their own. And that's what's wrong with religion. Religion think you got a lot of folks always trying to change people. Like this Lunch Break Chronicles guy. Keep coming here, keep bringing Nation of Islam stuff to me. Put it in the chat room. You're not going to change nothing here. I've been there, done that. I'm not interested. But people cannot accept you for who you are. I don't want that. I'm not about that. That's your thing. Be happy with it. I'm glad that it's doing something for you. It don't do nothing for me. You marry these people for money. You marry these people for status. You marry these people for everything except because you really like them. So whatever these things that you married them for, when they lose it, then you're gone. Then the marriage, the relationship fall apart. Because you never liked them to begin with. You like the idea. And some of you are just lustful. You want in-house booty. You want in-house ding-a-ling. You want in-house booty. You can't, in order to feel like a man and feel like a woman, you gotta hump somebody. Because you don't feel like a man or a woman, you gotta have somebody in your bed. Which you're disgusted and they're disgusted. Then you get angry. You didn't have no relationship. The only thing you had was a one-night stand or a 3-year stand. You didn't have no. That was a vow. Sooner or later, it was all going to fall apart. Because when you build a house, it has to be on a strong foundation. And you knew, and they knew, that the foundation was not strong. So, I'm coming before you to say, nobody qualifies to be a relationship expert because everybody is different. Your marriage is different from the other person's marriage. Everybody involved is different. Now, if we was talking about chickens, that's different because and a chicken is a chicken. But we're not animals. We don't operate on pure instinct. We don't do that. So you cannot write a book about male, female, because you don't really know the male like that. You really don't know the female like that. We all have similarities, but everybody, each person is different. And that's where you mess up at. But if we don't have mutual respect, if you don't accept your own imperfection, whatever you do is doomed. Whether it's male-female relationship, whether you are involved in an organization, or something that you're doing on the job, or customer service, if you cannot accept your own imperfections, you're done anyway. You're done. So, This is not even up for debate. Because you live in an environment, over 50% divorce rate. As I'm speaking, somebody is breaking up with so-and-so. So that's not my fault. But you have all these, you got Steve Harvey, think like a man, be like a woman. What is that crap? What is all that? Themselves. And you shouldn't even trip off of it. See, I'm going to say this and we're going to get out of here. See, nature is going to bring man and woman together. But what they say, what does it say in religion? Talk about whatever in those marriage vows, they talk about whatever God brought together, let man not asunder, or something to that effect. See, nature is going to bring man and woman together. Nature even brings people that didn't think they would like another person, they bring them together. Nature is going to do that. What draws us apart is man, is woman themselves. Because we can't deal and don't want to accept our own perfections. We don't want to be better. We don't want to be a better human being. Because I guarantee you become a better human being. And these relationships that we have, whether it's male or female, these relationships that we have, they will get better. And our children will be better. And the society itself will be better. These relationships demonstrate the dysfunction of the society itself. It's a dysfunction when men and women can't get together and stay together in these unions for the sake of the society and the children that they produce. The only thing they can get together for is lust. So it's all downhill. So what do you expect? But you live in a dream world. You like feel-good rhetoric. So you would pay these gurus and all these people, or these people, I hate women. So there go those guys. It ain't their fault. They ain't done nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't have to change my clothes. I don't have to do nothing. It's the women's fault. I'm going to go over there and I hate women. I hate black men. I hate my dog Scruffy. Everybody is to blame except you. And nobody cares. So you suffer. Because you cannot accept your own imperfection. Better reason why there's no black unity is because of selfishness. Jealousy, envy, and greed. There are men who are jealous of their wives. There are wives jealous of their husband. We have to work on ourselves. We have to deal with our imperfections. I don't like what Angel Snup Nup 7 say. I'm not going to invite him to my channel. Why? Jealousy and envy. How do having a brother or a sister on your channel to present or speak about what they want to talk about, or a product or whatever, how does that hurt you? Because it's mine. Everything is mine. Everything is mine. It's all about me. Mine, 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 mine. And we bring the same attitude. Now, there are men that talk about their successful relationships. No, you don't have a successful relationship. Many of these women and some of these men don't mind being a slave. So they would bow down and make it look like you're in a successful relationship. All this polygamy stuff. These people pretending. And it all comes out in the wash. Next thing you know, they making videos. I was in so-and-so group and blah, 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 and they beat me up and blah, they snitch on you. Because all of it wasn't real to begin with. We're not living real. We're living fantasy and fiction. Fantasy and fiction and belief cannot solve real problems. And that's why we're still here. Because we're not looking at this realistically. We're looking at it from a fantasy, fictional viewpoint. And that's why nothing changes, because only a realistic solution can solve a realistic problem. This is real. I don't care what you believe. You can believe in Donald. You're not going to change your problem. You're not going to fix nothing till you look at things real, because this life is real. What you believe is only for you in your mind. When you get hit with a bullet, there are those who've been hit with a bullet. People gonna talk about, this is not a real life. Get shot with a bullet, and that baby gets to burning. Get told that you have cancer. You're gonna find out how real it gets. We believe all this nonsense. This is just a dream that we live. This is a hellified dream. All this blood coming from my leg from getting shot in the leg. This is a hellified dream. I've never had a dream where I actually see real physical blood. I have died in my dream. I've been shot, stabbed, all kinds of stuff in my dream. I've never seen real blood. These people come out here and tell us we live in a dream. Well, where all this real blood coming from? How come I'm in the hospital with all these tubes? We believe any kind of nonsense. Except reality, my friend, is much easier. And I'm like Forrest Gump. And that's all I gotta say about that. Lunch break says, you wouldn't marry Terry Ellis if you found out y'all had nothing in common? Nope. That's a waste. No, I would not. Probably couldn't even be friends. I accept the reality of that. Might not even be able to be friends. We come from different worlds. Think differently. No, I would not. That's a waste of my time. Unless you want to try to put on this show. I'm not going to put on no show. Well, Lunch Break says Steve giving relationship advice, and he's been divorced twice. Kevin Samuels been divorced twice. But we listen to these people. But again, it goes back. It doesn't make any difference. I don't care if you was in a 100-year relationship. What worked for you, chances are, will not work for Sometimes it's spiritual. What I am interested in, I want to come with you. I want to, and you bring all these other things under one umbrella so that you can move forward instead of everybody in different directions. Bring all of that. Bring what you can and put it under one umbrella so that you can move forward. But no, because you're selfish. I'm the leader. My teaching's better than yours. I got the supreme wisdom. And you keep getting your ass supremely whooped every damn day. Your fault. Not my fault. You want to be a loser? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep thinking the way you do. You want to keep having these messed up male-female relationships? Keep doing what y'all doing. You're doing real well. I see your success every day. And this is coming from somebody, I don't know, I could be wrong. If I'm in error, please come and help your brother. But ain't nobody gonna come. Nobody gonna come so they can get questions, so they can get interrogated. They hate that word, interrogated. Yes, you need to be interrogated. I want to see if you're a liar. You need interrogation because you're trying to find out if this is a lie. No, you want somebody to believe you on face value. You don't want to be tested. But even the Quran says, do you believe, or something, I'm paraphrasing, do you believe that you will believe and not be tested? These things have been tested almost 100 years. They have failed. That's not my fault. The reason why this Mississippi campaign, the reason why I exist is because of the failure. If you were successful, there's no reason for me to say anything. But the reason why I exist and other people are coming up is because you have failed, not because you are successful. And people are getting tired of failure, being a damn loser. You talk good, you look good in your ties and your suits and these uniforms that you wear, but you ain't won a damn thing. You're losing. In years, they are going to be over you. Your children are going to be asking them for a job. And that's your fault. Because you waiting on the great savior. Kamala Harris is a dying person. Maybe Malcolm X gonna come out the grave. Who knows what y'all waiting on? Because you need a savior. You need a divine. You need something to follow. Then you turn around and call yourself a God. You ain't no damn God. Because God creates from nothing. God don't follow nobody. God don't pray to nobody. That's why I'm more God than you are. Because I don't pray to nobody. I don't ask no superpower or supreme being for a damn thing. But you do. And I damn sure don't need nothing from some foreigner, somebody from some island, somebody from the Africa or China. Well, I don't need them. But you do. But you God. I don't need a holy book. 1,400, 2,000 years of redundant stuff that ain't did a damn thing for nobody. Nowhere. You try to debate that, you're going to lose every time. God only appears on paper, Nobody has seen God in our real life. I've never seen God when somebody has a bullet in their shoulder. I've never seen some God come out from nowhere and take the bullet out magically or whatever. Black people so spiritual, so religious, and that's why you don't have nothing. Just like the Nation of Islam teach. Waiting on somebody to do something for you, which you can do for yourself. And the sad thing about it, that's exactly what Nation of Islam people do. They waiting for some miracle to do what they should have been able to do years ago. So don't bring that to me like you better. Don't bring that to me like you got something special. When time has shown us what it really is. It's a failure. Pan-Africanism, the Hebrew Israelites, the Moorish Science Temple, the Nation of Islam, the new Black Panther Party, all of it has failed and continue to fail. That's not my fault. You need appropriate knowledge. And this is not to say there's no good in those things. But as I say here on this platform all the time, you don't use a screwdriver to hammer a nail. You need to use the appropriate tool, the appropriate knowledge in order to get the appropriate solution or to do the appropriate work. Those things have done their time. They done. That's why I exist. Now we take the baton and now we take it. Just like the Quran says. The sperm develops until it evolves, until it reaches its eventual perfection. So we are part of the evolutionary process to bring us true freedom. The baton is in our hands, and we can either add to it or help it evolve until it's successful. Hey, what's up, brother Talib? He says, man, I'm out and about, but running in. Black Americans better understand quick that these immigrants are not their friends. And I work around them, so no one can convince me any different about these people that come to this country are looking out for themselves. And I don't blame them. They're not here to be your friend. They don't give a damn about what you've been through. They are here looking out for themselves. Like you should be looking out for yourself. But the Black American not living reality. Your children gonna be begging these people for jobs within the next 10 years, maybe less. Because these folks came here to work. And that's something a lot of y'all don't want to do. You don't want to work. You don't want to sacrifice. You don't want to suffer. You don't want to do the thing that you really need to do in order to change your condition. And so what happens is, when you throw a good woman away, then that's an advantage. That's a gift to another man. Because you didn't understand what you had. Now you look stupid. And another definition for tripping is like when you own drugs. You're out of your mind. You tripping. You're out of your mind. You're not in your right state of mind. Brother, you tripping. You're out of your mind. Drug addict. hallucinating. Most of you, you're hallucinating. That's on you. If you want to be a winner, I would suggest Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. There's nothing better. There's no proposal. There's no vision better. It can put us where we need to be. What is better than taking control of a state? But in our present state of mind, you can't do that. Only men, only real women can take control of a state. Boys and girls can't do it. And that's why you have not added nothing to the struggle since the civil rights movement, since the assassination of Dr. King. That's why you've done nothing. Dr. Umar Johnson still building a school since 2014, 2004. And that's acceptable. As long as you can feel good. If you like being on the bottom, that's fine. I'm not here to beg you, convince you of anything. You like the slave lifestyle, so be it. But I'm going to talk about it. And many of these people just stay away from Angel Snub Nub 7. Involved. How you gonna build a school? There's a lot of, I've never built a school, but I know I need help. I wish I had real help to build my platform and go out in the streets for real. But this man is going to build a school. And he only talks about himself. Nobody else is involved. Nobody else is involved because there never will be a school. Nobody else is involved because if other people was involved, they would actually see the paperwork. They would actually see what's really going on. So for that not to be exposed, I'll be the only one doing this. I'm the only one involved. Lunch Break says the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has schools all over the country. Why do we always go back into the past? Had. That's past tense. Elijah Muhammad is dead. Those schools don't exist. What Elijah Muhammad had, I had a Subway sandwich yesterday. The Subway sandwich yesterday don't do nothing for me today. What I had. Brother Talib says, we got to put ourselves also in position to not include immigrants as a part of our struggle, which they did nothing for to benefit from. How stupid was our civil rights leaders to let that happen? We learn from our mistakes. It has nothing to do with hate towards our fellow comrades in oppression, black comrades it has nothing to do with that. But it's understood and it's very clear. People come here from these other places, they're out for themselves. They don't give a damn about the those of us who are descendants of those who suffered Jim Crow. They're out looking for themselves. And they are taking advantage of what our ancestors died and suffered for. That's the reality. Prove I'm down with you. But a good majority are not down. They did not come here to be your friend. They did not come here. I'm your brother. They did not come here to be your friend. They came here for them. And we always make mockery. We always got to include the white people in everything that we do. Now you got these Pan-Africans, they want to include all these people don't give a damn about us. And those who do don't have a problem with what I'm saying. They will show you I'm down. There are Caucasian people that showed us I'm down. They went to the graveyard. I'm down with y'all black folks in your struggle. And they in the grave trying to help black people. What's his name in history? John Brown. He died trying to help the slaves. He's more down than many of these so-called black folks. I love my people. I do it for the people. I love my people. John Brown, a white man, took a gun, tried to give guns to the slaves. I'm down with y'all. Let's do this. And you got black folks, these Pan-Africans or whatever the hell they are, they're not down like that. John Brown did not ask a slave, are you a Hebrew Israelite? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Moor? John Brown said, you're a damn slave. Let's get this crap. Let's do this. And then John Brown, his lawyer, said, why don't you plead insanity so they don't execute you? He said, I'll be damned. I mean what I said. I said what I meant. I'm down. Kill me. And they did. Trying to help slaves. John Brown, abolitionist. Many white folks hid the slaves. Harriet Tubman couldn't do what she done without white folks helping. Frederick Douglass couldn't have did nothing without white folks helping. Y'all need to stop this bull crap. Whoever is really down, just because they have a black face don't mean they down, because they are African, they come from Jamaica, Barbados, somewhere in the Caribbean. That don't mean they down. They just want to take advantage of you. Where are they? Umar Johnson want to debate D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey. Bring your ass here, Dr. Umar Johnson. Bring your ass here so we can set you straight, because you lost. Folks be taking things so serious. Because I can talk like this and laugh. No big deal. You know, it's not. I'm just expressing how serious things are. No more, no less. And again, you know, if you're happy with what you're doing, so be it. Ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing has changed for the last 50 years. Exactly. Umar versus Angel Snub number 7. See, the thing about it is, Umar Johnson, I'm not on his level. I ain't gonna answer to no angel snuffing up 7. Who the hell is, what is an angel snuffing up 7? I'm not gonna debate. I'm not gonna deal with no angel snuffing up 7. He ain't on my level. But you expect Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley, you ain't on their level. Nowhere close. But you want to debate D.L. Hughley. And it's not like a lot of these people know who Angel Snuffing Up 7 is. They know who I am. I've been on the platform longer than Umar Johnson, longer than Sonetta, longer than Tariq Nasheed, longer than most of these folks. I've been here. And before Google started messing with the views and how what they call the algorithms or whatever you call it, how that's done, when everybody basically was equal, everybody definitely knew Angel Snuffing Up 7. And they responded to Angel Snuffing Up 7 because I was tearing your ass up. I will see if I can get a message, see if he want to come here and talk to us. He's too busy building a school. But he can take time to argue. That's entertainment. We love entertainment. I'm not your entertainer. And that's why, folks, the things that I say it just hurts. It hurts them to the core. I have people crying. I don't mean to hurt you like that. I don't mean to hurt people's feelings. It's just reality. Reality hurts. On that note, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. Again, I thank the people in the chat room. I'm very sure that some of this might not even record because of something's internet connection or something is bad. I don't know. But we'll talk to you later. Again, shout out to our Facebook, Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. We are simulcasting on our Facebook. This is Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook channel. Also, Angel Snuffing Up 7 YouTube channel and Realities Temple on Earth YouTube channel. And I'll be looking forward to our next talk. I thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. What would Angel Snuffing Up 7 do with that little morsel, Vicky Diller? I don't know. Decent discussion. And sometimes we can get a decent discussion. I'm not into, I really don't like to debate. I want to discuss. I don't really want to debate. But I'm not going to let nobody try to make mockery or degrade this. I'm going to defend that with all I got. And it's easy to defend. They don't have nothing. Because what they talking about already been tried, already been done. It's not successful. It don't include the people. The people will determine their success. If Operation Exodus Mississippi is a failure, it's because the people want it that way. We're in a position to win. We just need to know how. This is the how. Only thing we have to do now is win. And like I said, all these other things come under this one umbrella so that we can be successful. Be a winner. Love yourself. Respect others. And your God will give you your blessings. I don't need God personally, but So this is approved by God. This is approved by Allah, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not.